All right, got here to the kitch out. I haven't made my old camp yet. This is my first break to stop and rest. Yeah, the doctor's appointment I had yesterday, holy mackerel. I mentioned to the doctor I hadn't been able to sleep well lately, and she prescribed me 10 trazodone pills, 50 milligram trazodone. And I knew that sounded familiar. That trazodone name sounded familiar. And it's one of those bad, familiar feelings you get. I remember back in the 90s taking that to help me sleep. Holy God, that knocked me out for the last, I'm just now coming around, that knocked me out for like 18 hours. I still foggy headed from it. So I threw them rest in the trash. Ain't no way I'm gonna go through that again. I mean, I needed the sleep and all, but God, I didn't need it that way. Yeah, trains are gonna come up and he'll crew change just right across the State Line Avenue. It's Virginia on the other side of the roadway up there. That's where they pull up and crew change. I'm surprised every time they pull up and crew change here, they block that 4-lane highway up there for the entire crew change. Usually they'll pull on up further and have Renzenberger or one of them crew change vans come get them and swap them out. He's lined up for the main all the way up, but if he goes on that track to the right, he's going into the yard. They got about a 8 or 9 track yard here. But yeah, I made it to the hop out. Yeah, last time I was here, none of this garbage was down here. I kind of like the idea of waiting under a overpass, but my hearing already being bad, and those cars going over up top, that just dulls the hearing even more. So I'm kind of in the shade right here, then I'll move on up. But I'm gonna be going north, heading up into Pennsylvania. I'm gonna try to stay on all the way. I kind of hope I catch out at night. That way I can ride through Roanoke during the night. Most of the time they'll just crew change and go on, but sometimes they'll swap out a few cars there. Leaves are starting to change. We got pretty close to a frost. We had like 41 degrees 5 or 6 days ago. So I got geared up. Yeah, I don't travel with less than 2 gallons of water now. Got some more nasal spray, some food, grub, and ready. Brought my coat in my good sleeping bag, because if it gets down in the 40s again, I'll be prepared. I kind of wish it was that way now. I prefer cold weather than hot weather any day. But anyway, I'd kind of like to be out of sight a little bit better, but anywho. Well, here's the southbound. Kind of not good news. That means the next northbound won't be for quite a good while. The nearest siding is down in Watauga. Yeah, so it may very well be dark when I get on something. See if I can zoom in on these. I kind of like to catch out at dark anyway, right here. So if the scene jumps from being on the ground to all of a sudden being on a train, you'll know I caught out during the dark. Kind of hard to hold the camera, 2 gallons of water, a bucket, and my gear while trying to video getting on the train. Well, I wish I was going south. That I was just filming in the last scene. He's half junk, half I am on the front. He's pulled up and stopped, so he's dropping something off and picking something up down in the yard. The yard is just right around the curve, so he's stopping to back up, drop off and pick up. I've never seen that through here on this line. I've never seen half I am, half junk like this. Wish I knew how much he was dropping off, what he's picking up. Heck, I'd just get on it. Wish he had something else to ride besides these gondolas. There's a couple of grainers up there, but kinda in the open. Looks like them railroad tie gondolas, them orange ones. Oh, I see somebody walking here, so I don't know if that's workers or what. Yeah, I've never seen nothing like that through here with the I am on the front. Junk like that. Anyway, I want to see who this is walking up. It may just be somebody at Salvation Army. There's a Salvation Army on the other side of the tracks. Yeah, that was just somebody going to Salvation Army. They hopped over the train. Yeah, he could have very well caught a red block, an emergency up ahead or something, but now watch there be an open boxcar right around the corner. I could have got to, but I had the camera off a good 10-12 minutes sitting there blocking that 4-lane highway. I have no idea why they do that here. Yeah, them got lids on it anyway, them gondolas here. These fat Vienna sausage grainers here. Got a lot of room on the inside as you can get, but see how long it is through that neck. Well, maybe it'll be my luck. He'll come pull up, stop again with a nice, fat, open box car with the red carpet laid out. He's pretty good ways up in there to that hole. Them are empty. Looks like I got a limb in that one. Yep, railroad ties. Well, that's a weird mix. A junk train from hell mixed with an IM. Now, there could be a worker that snuck up on the other side of that switch if they'll do it manually, but that's a automatic switch. He'd have to pull up about where I am anyway if he was going to back down that track. Yeah, even that, I doubt I could catch that. If my life was dependent on it, I could. Heck, you could ride up in there on that gondola. Yeah, I just wouldn't trust getting on this one. No telling where it'd go. Heck, he could drop these way out in the middle of nowhere. See what he's got coming around the corner here. Couple of boxes. Yeah, that's the end of it. Unless they are going to pull him up and back him down that track. He just may do that, because he's not going any faster than this right now. If he was going on, he'd have done picked up more speed. He may just drop that whole junk cut. Yeah, I'm almost bet this come out of Radford. Radford, Virginia's got a pretty good sized yard. I don't see anybody on that other side at the switch. Well, if he does, he'll do it automatically. I might be able to get a video of the switch. If that's what he does, backs up. Yep, I think I see somebody hanging off the end. No, that was something else. Yep, he's gonna back up. Yep, there's somebody hanging off. Now that switch will go. I don't want to get too close. Yeah, I wish I could get up close, see that switch go over. Mike can hear it. That way y'all can see the whole thing in action. There it goes. You see it move over? It's like a boat that turns like this, and it works some gears on each side that just pull that track either way. It kind of works like the tail end of an airplane, that bolt screw that controls the flaps on that back wing. Well, there's no sense in hiding now. He'd be like, hey, we got shoestring down here. Well, I can't tell if he's backing up yet. Alright, here he comes. Well, I thought he was calling in on me for a minute. It looked like Wilford Brimley. Well, I'm sure he felt that slack action there. He tightened the cars up. That's why they want you to hold on with 3 points. Like 2 feet in one arm, or 2 arms in 1 foot. 2 arms in your ponytail, or 2 feet in your tongue. Something, 3 points to hold on. Yeah, sometimes they'll stop right before the road crossing, and that guy will jump off, that brakeman, and he'll flag the traffic down if there's any out looking like they're going to want to cross. You can see there's no horn. The train can't blow down there at the crossing, but the gates will go down, so he'll just be extra cautious and make sure the train's going slow enough if he did need to stop. Yeah, but that road crossing's down about, another 200 yards from where that last boxcar is. There's too many objects in the foreground for this to focus in. See, he's stopping right about where that brakeman is on the end. He's got to make sure the road's clear. Yeah, he's gonna dump all that, all these gondolas. See, now he's picking back up. He's just crossed over that 4-lane road. Now he's backing into the yard. Well, I'm still trying to get over that trazodone stuff. God, I threw those other pills away. God, I ain't ever taking that again. Like they painted over the tags. See, now back in the day when I was a greenhorn, I would have gotten on that train thinking it had just stopped and I was going on, and then get back in the yard and dump. But when you've been doing it for so long, you kind of know what the maneuvers you're going to do, and it sure saves you to know. See how he's almost stopped. He's getting close to a switch, the first switch in the yard down there. Now if he stops, he's hitting that switch and going down a track. It's still going too fast for him to hop off and run up, grab the switch. So I would say he's going down track 2, 1 or 2. That's kind of like that G-scale tank I got. Sodium hydroxide. Mine is chlorine, but same paint scheme. See the covers on top of them gondolas? They don't need them for railroad ties to be covered, but it's probably all they had at the time in the area, so they just use them. They don't nearly need the lids on them for old beat up railroad ties. They're gonna bust them up anyway, shred them down or make mulch or whatever. Sell the old railroad ties. Now he could be just taking off those gondolas. He may bring this tanks and this up. Them boxcars are loaded, and that'd be a complete different customer, those boxcars and tanks. See, these 5 boxcars here more than likely go to one customer, and these 2 hoppers here would be a different customer, and those tank cars, that would be a different customer. And there comes the rest of them IM. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna be riding at dark. As long as I get through Roanoke and dark. Roanoke is where Special Agent all right. Well, kind of gives you an idea of a junk train and how they set out. Uh-oh. Cinderella. All right. Oh, finally daylight enough. Yeah. I started to sleep in one of them, but I didn't want to end up out on the rails somewhere hooked up. Wake up, be in one. Shouldn't be long. Yeah, I got about 30 minutes sleep. Kind of on a hill here, so really can't lay out flat. That's a little bit too filthy. Boy, that turn you completely white. Yeah, I don't quite like riding behind stuff like this anyway. Yeah. I'll wait till he pulls up some. He's got to pull up and switch some cars off of it anyway. He's pretty long. Usually he's not sticking out this far. This is that southbound. He's been here about 10 minutes. Well, it's warming up quick. It got pretty chilly last night. He pulled up. Yeah, there's a perfect ride right there, but see how he's wedged in between all them flammable tank cars? If there's a derail, well, chances are you're not gonna make it, but if that chance you do, well, if one of them tank cars ruptures open, well, you're gonna barbecue. These are these tanks that have those shovel protectors. See those protectors? It's like a double reinforcement in case they derail. They have like a double puncture resistant. It's like a shovel on the end of it. See? It's like double protection in case it derails. It's got a little extra. Yeah, he's pulling up. He's gonna break some stuff off the front end of it. Yeah, it's just too flammable of stuff. There's the end of it. I just let that train go. Sometimes you don't find a ride. There was a couple of rides on there, but I didn't feel like getting that alkali powder all over me. Then there was a couple of more grainers on the end, but I really didn't want to ride behind all that ammonia and flammable stuff. They were loaded too with that, whatever that was, gas, or it had the Hazmat flammable card on there, but it wasn't marked. I don't know if it was LPG or just raw gas or what. Sometimes you just get that funny feeling too, and I always obey that gut feeling. Kept me safe a long time. So I'm gonna go find a place to upload this video that I've got so far, and to kind of update everybody that don't know, I got all those appointments over with, so I can finally get out and move around now. Well, I haven't slept yet. I am beat. So when I do get on a train, I am going to sleep. Oh, I'm going to sleep so good. Just the ground don't move right. When you get on that train, it's a whole different world. Anyway, I'll find a place to upload this, and the next video will likely be the riding. Oh, that ragweed's bad. Alrighty. What? There's a train? Where? Where's there a train?